Don't look back, we're here to stay. A life we knew would come one day. And this is it, the borderline to where the future leaves us behind. The fire will burn and never die, looking through the eyes of a brand new life. And so just find me, just find me. Sparks will fly if we scream no. This is not how we're gonna go. We are the ones who will never let go. Watch us roll to where no one knows. We'll never grow. We'll never
Using Kane with the moves in there.
Didn't stop it. He knew what was about to happen. Wait a moment. Wait a moment.
I see it now. I see it now.
Why are you not gonna let it do it to you, Brad?
What? 8 straight.
To show to you that I'm more good than I am bad.
Stop it. They have a family. Don't do it to them.
And I'll be somewhere that you need me, and I'll be holding my breath, waiting for you to show.
A 1v5.
And he's sniped by Illusion.
Remedi's gonna get gunned again. That was a great nade by Mayo.
Should never have gotten that 3-piece.
Yeah, somewhere deep inside of you, I know you want me. You're just afraid to say.
Welcome everybody here to the K7 League. This is week 4, match number 2 here as we have your bracket up on screen. I am Shifty here, joined by Kamiga, as now we are going to have a hell of a match coming up for you guys. Band of Misfits here versus Nemesis Gaming. You guys are coming hot off of the first match of tonight, Knights Templar versus Plague Nation, and I believe Knights Templar was able to steal that match as we also heard from one of the players from them earlier saying that he truthfully believed that Nemesis was going to take it. I've seen that kind of been the universal opinion based on the chats that I've seen as well. Thank you for joining us again here in the K7 League presented by Rogue Energy and also Get Good Host. Big shout out to them for helping us put this on. Kyle, how you feeling today?
Dude, I'm feeling pretty good. I've been feeling a little bit tired these past few days, but today I'm back and full of energy, and I hope it shows. So, yeah. Today is going to be a little bit of a treat. We haven't seen a Band of Misfits on here as they've had the last 2 weeks off, unless I'm mistaken. It was last 1 or 2. But regardless, it is the 3 seed versus the 2 seed. Band of Misfits is the 3 seed, and Nemesis is the 2 seed. I have seen these guys go up against each other quite a few times. Mixed results each time. So I am kind of curious to see how it does go down when everything is on the line. I mean, I've seen them do scrims, I've seen them do actual matches, but those matches haven't been for a while. But yeah, what I'm saying is those scrims could very well mean nothing, as the match today is going to be more intense and such. But yeah, let's take a little bit of a quick look at the Lookout powered by Rogue Energy here. Here are the stats of these teams, and something should definitely stick out to you guys, and that is the fact that that Band of Misfits Hardpoint KD is almost exactly a 1. Just kidding. It should be that their S&D KD is almost a 2. So
yeah, I mean, I was getting ready to say that the S&D KD from the Band of Misfits squad, definitely the real outlier here when we're looking at the stats here again on the Lookout provided by Rogue Energy, is right now almost a 2 KD for the entire Band of Misfits squad, and that S&D especially in a best of 5. Those S&Ds are so pivotal. We see them absolutely make or break a series run for either team respectively. So Band of Misfits definitely going to be primed and ready to potentially take those S&Ds. I mean, honestly, a 2 versus 3 seed matchup here. Super, super excited to see how it boils down. But because of this, it is going to be a best of 5 series per the typical, standard operating procedure here for the K7 League. But let's run through these maps very quickly. Map 1 going to be Gun Runner. Map 2 going to be Arklov Peak. Hackney Yard for number 3, St. Petro, and then we will round it all off should we need it with a gun runner S&D in map number 5. So definitely some maps that can swing either which way, especially as we get deeper into the series with that 4th hardpoint being St. Petro. We've seen a lot of teams, again, either make or break their series with the new AR forward meta, especially on a map like St. Petrograd. So definitely that map 4, should we need one, might be the biggest swing map in this entire series.
Yeah, I think you're dead on about that one. Yeah, with the whole meta change and still the constantly, even so far as 2 days ago, changing GAs, they finally allowed the 10mm rounds on the MP5 again. So it's always a constant changing. What do we run? What do we run? What do we run? So pretty much, I don't know if anybody really has like a tried and true method of doing things anymore, especially now with the whole introduction of the RAM into the meta, but that's not allowed in K7 League yet because it's technically GA'd from being a DLC weapon, even though it was from the first season, but people are using it in challengers and stuff like that. Basically, GAs are a mess, and there's not really any one tried and true meta just yet. It's still kind of putting itself back together after being kicked around and dragged through the mud by all these changes. But yeah, I think that we're still going to be seeing more or less the same thing on Arklov Peak, and honestly, it's going to be a little bit of probably the same thing, probably 3 subs and 2 ARs on the Gunrunner, but Petrograd probably about the same thing.
And let's not understand, or let's not understate. We should understand, not under. We should understand, but not understate the importance of the 10mm rounds getting un-GA'd. We saw that absolutely cripple the sub play in and around these long range maps for a long time. I mean, the last 2 weeks solid, which, I mean, that's a long time when you're dealing with this wonderful, wonderful Call of Duty. But the 10mm getting un-GA'd, we'll see those sub players begin to have a very serious presence in and around the map, especially in those hard points where we saw teams typically tend to go towards the ARs, maybe a stockless M4, instead of running that 10mm, but now it has been brought back. So we'll see a lot of MP5s getting pretty back to normal, is in my opinion anyways, from what we've been seeing in the Call of Duty scene for the last couple months now. So I'm excited to see how these teams maybe readapt after they had to adapt originally to the GAs being changed. So the 10mm, again, going to make a resurgence. We're going to see a lot of MP5 play. We all know how nasty that gun is at both short and long distances. So the Gunrunner Hardpoint going to be coming up, and I'm really, really excited to see how both teams tend to play this, because if they do keep that 2 to 3 AR setup that we've seen, the sub players are going to have to pop off. They're going to be the ones that we need to be watching for sure.
Yeah, I think it's actually a little bit more balanced now because they took down the damage, they increased the damage drop-off range for the MP5 with the 10mm rounds. But anyway, we are going to be getting in here with some fancy schmancy everyday run-of-the-mill gun runner, as you can see here. It's going to be pretty much nice and ready to go as everybody is now on the field and kicking. Band of Misfits going to be on the good side of the map, and Nemesis Gaming going to be on the bad side. Let's take a quick look at their setups real quick. Basically, as I predicted, 3 MP5s, 2 M4s, so that seems to be what everybody's going for right now. And it looks like main man Hazardous Evil, main AR that is going to be coming around the corner, taking down one and trying to take these spawns away, but spawning right back in is Band of Misfits, trying to find and take him down. Diggs coming around the corner. He's hiding behind the truck, but he's going to get his feet shot out if he doesn't move. Going for the Ego Chow, and Ego checked by Hazardous Evil there. Sorry, his name escaped me. But yeah, C-Pills still trying to make sure they don't get too much time off this first hill, because they really want to make a huge point gap off this next one. It's just been really, really scrappy in the beginning, but Nemesis Gaming doing a pretty decent job of making Band of Misfits not too comfortable on this P2 spawns.
Well, and again, I think we've seen that regardless of how the weapon metas have changed. We've seen, especially the first two hardpoints on this map, pretty much played the same way across the last 5 or 6 months of this game. Very scrappy hill number 1. If you can manage to steal 25, 30 seconds off of hill number 1, that is a pretty solid hill. But P2, so difficult to break if they get an early rotation, which is exactly what we saw from Band of Misfits, but not to be outdone. Nemesis trying to force the issue towards the front, and they successfully do, as 4 kills, now 5, will go in their favor. Complete spawn flip from the side of Nemesis Gaming as they really just flex their muscles towards the front side. They had no real team coordinated push. It was all just full frontal assault and relied on their gun skill, and it'll be interesting to see if that's a telltale sign for the rest of this series.
Yeah, one thing I do like about Band of Misfits right now is that Prodigy is coming up through the woods, is going to get spotted out by Goop and taken down. But yeah, pretty much every rotation that Band of Misfits has made so far, I see that a lot of them are now starting to go towards the forest to try and take the spawns away from Nemesis Gaming, not looking to let them have their cake and eat it too. This is a good idea from Band of Misfits. It might allow a few initial seconds to go into the hand of Nemesis, but inevitably the spawns should go into their favor if they can let their gun battles. And that could keep them in this.
Yeah, I mean, those gun battles, especially towards the rotation of P3, which again is not a very simple hill to break. There's a lot of potential spawns that can be flipped and changed in and around that P3 minecart area, but we've seen Nemesis do a damn good job of holding it during their first 30 seconds and now continuing to climb as 2 more make it. 3 more kills will go in favor of Nemesis, but not without losing a couple of their own members towards the backside. Big 3-piece there. Oh my goodness, as Percival was able to put down 3 members of Band of Misfits. Is now 10 seconds left. They're fighting over the scrap. But again, look in that bottom left corner, you're going to see Band of Misfits and Nemesis full frontal assault from both sides towards P4. This cargo hill can be very important, and again, another very scrappy hill, very easily contested. And if you are Band of Misfits, you need to get something going now, because if they have another solid hold here, you're looking at another
oh my goodness. Just as you say that, they flipped the spawns and flipped the script once again. Band of Misfits, they might have had the P3 spawns during P3, but as soon as they get to P4, they instantly lose them more or less. Nomo Big Toe apparently trying to go back for said spawns, and he is going to be getting right into the thick of things. Apparently a stalwart defense up in here for Nemesis Gaming, devoting a lot of people to the defense of Next, especially because there is less than 20 seconds on this hill. Dig's trying to go for a little bit of a flip in the back. This is going to get shot down by Goop. They know what they are going to be trying to do here. Band of Misfits, they are going to get a little bit close, but without a break on this next hill, they are going to start feeling the burn, dude.
Well, and feeling the burn they are, as a 50-point deficit now and counting for the side of Nemesis Gaming, as they have a really solid last 20 seconds or so of that P4 to P5. I saw 5 straight kills go in favor of that green side of Nemesis, and now if you are Band of Misfits, especially Nomo Big Toe, he needs to pick up the kill race here as he is 4 and 12. Want to see him kind of help out his team with the positioning. Nice slide in there, picking up 1 big kill. He does have 2 members from Nemesis pushing in the front as they will attain the positioning one more time, but not without some contest from Diggs as he snags 2 big kills of his own. 20 seconds left, and we are going to see a rotation back towards P1 for this second set of hard points. And I mean, honestly, with how well Nemesis played that first couple rotations, if your Band of Misfits here, can't really be too disheartened. I mean, a 50-point deficit is definitely not insurmountable by any stretch of the imagination.
Oh, for sure. But yeah, good thing for them is that they do have the P2 spawns. Bad thing is that Nemesis is forcing them to come and contest P1. This is smart play from Nemesis, but they're getting beat down pretty hard on P1. Aspect, the only one left, and he is now down. But the good thing for Nemesis is that they pretty much suckered Band of Misfits into full challenge onto P1, giving Percival the perfect opening to go and flip the spawns. But assuming Band of Misfits, this is actually not the worst thing for them because they still have time to get the spawns back, and they did get a sizable amount of time off this hill. But Nemesis, they want to keep the lead going up on here.
I don't like this play, though. I gotta be honest with you. I think he's getting a little too overzealous here as Percival pushing up towards past the middle map line. I mean, if he didn't have at least one more teammate back there, then they very well may have over pushed and flipped those spawns back in their the other squad's favor. But very solid play from Goop there as he played a little bit further back, as well as Hazardous Evil, as they do attain and ensure those P2 rotations, just like we saw during the first set of hardpoints. I mean, Nemesis really kind of scrapped around during P1, but as long as they had that AR of Hazardous Evil holding that back P2 spawn like we're seeing now, they've done a phenomenal job of that, as now him, Goop, and Aspect all breaking the 20 kill mark.
Yeah, only Percival going to be left on the hill, and now a break coming in potentially for Band of Misfits in the last little bit here. As you can see, they're going to take their win with a little bit of grain of salt, and they're going to be assaulting the next hill, which Nomo Big Toe does do a good job of peeling one off of, but Prodigy and the guys still got one more to deal with, and that is Goop surrounding and pounding him and catching the others on the rotation, kind of, but they still got to push all the way through for the spawns, which it looks like Nemesis is going to be winning on. Oblivion, realizing that he is the furthest one up for his team, is going to try and hold it down. Not quite able to do it, though, as Nemesis getting the spawns and the hill. That is literally the worst of all possible outcomes from that push for Band of Misfits. They're trying to push back out here, but it's not going too well, especially now that Nemesis can win off of any of the remaining hills after this by passing the 200 point threshold.
Yeah, we've seen the rotations, especially on this map, really been the telltale difference, as Nemesis has done a great job of that. We see some teams tend to opt for the later rotations and just attempt to win the gunfights in and around the hill, but Band of Misfits really slacking in that department. Now, Nomo Big Toe still not breaking the double-digit kill stature quite yet. There's 15 seconds left of this P3 hardpoint. We're seeing some big gunfights in and around P4. Again, take a look at that bottom left mini-map as we see two players from each squad attempting to try and attain their side of P4. Big kill from Oblivion, but will immediately get cut down by the members of Nemesis. However, Nomo Big Toe is playing sneaky beaver role here. Will get cut up by a two-piece, make it a three-piece for Raw Dogger, though. And oh my goodness, Nemesis is on it.
They did manage to flip the spawns, though, but the good thing for Nemesis is that they still have some time to win off this hill, but they're getting contested very, very hard on it. Band of Misfits, if they're not careful, they could still lose the spawns, but Dig's gonna get a nice two-piece, stringing together two with one bullet. Talk about killing two birds with one stone, but he is still going to be making it so the enemy team cannot win off this hill, still going to be making it nice and close. Everything he's doing here is just bonus for his team, as they are most likely going to be breaking 200 off the next hill if they can hold it down. But, I mean, Nemesis is still inching ever so closer to victory, so this might be the last two hills, especially if Nemesis can get their act together on this hill and break it.
They very well might. They're in pretty decent positioning here, but Band of Misfits going to hold down all angles currently. Who is that player that is currently behind them? Is that Aspect that's kind of playing the Percival
lot
there?
of them, actually. It's a lot of them.
I thought he might have had that, honestly. I thought that was a really patient play from Percival and the other member of Nemesis there. I believe it was Aspect towards the backside, but getting cut down. Nice heads-up play from Band of Misfits, not allowing them to push around the backside and get that sneaky break, as now we're seeing things completely flip-flop here as C-Pill's last alive in the hill. He's got three members around. Oh my goodness, as he was able to slide through and pick up another kill. Just like that, Band of Misfits might just bring this almost to even here, as we're going to guarantee a third set of hardpoints.
Yes, indeed, dude. I mean, this is probably going to be a hill that Nemesis Gaming try and win off of, especially since they're struggling so hard to get the spawns right now. They've got a heavy presence in middle, and that is speaking to me that they're going to try and finish this off right here, right now. And C-Pills is going to have to do something about this. Takes down one. C-Pills fries another. Going to try and turn for Hazardous Evil, just chilling in the middle. But Diggs picks up the pieces for him. 9 points left is all it will take. Oblivion got a shell. This does do so. And they're in fact trying to get some time off this as well. It's all hands on deck for Band of Misfits. And they are trying to prevent what seems like the inevitable 5 points to go for Nemesis. But still still...
God!
I mean, Band of Misfits can no longer win off this hill, but they're pretty much just trying to back their opponents off of it, while at the same time, they still have to go to next. It's 2 seconds away from a victory for Nemesis Gaming, and Dig's gonna take him off, but not enough. Nemesis gonna basically... Oh my goodness, that was close calls, but still not damn near enough.
Dude, I'm over here freaking out. I have no idea how Band of Misfits was able to play that long on the P1. Huge kills getting traded back and forth there. But my God, really, really solid end of the map for the side of Band of Misfits, but unfortunately to no avail. Nemesis will steal map number 1 after a great first half of the game by a score of 250 to 220, in case you couldn't read. 3-point deficit there. Honestly, if you're Band of Misfits, we talked about how great their S&D kill-death ratio was here. So, honestly, if you bring it back towards the end there and make it as close as they did, you're kind of riding some momentum into map number 2, which, again, from what I've seen pretty much everywhere, this tends to be their map of their game type of choice. So, they very well might be able to even this up as we will transition into map number 2, which is again going to be Arklov Peak S&D, as I believe we will throw it to a very, very quick break, and we'll be right back very shortly with some more Call of Duty action. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. As again, I am Shifty here, joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Kyle Comica, the master of running both a stream and running his mouth at the same time, which is crazy. I'm very, very jealous of your ability to run a stream and cast at the same time.
Thanks.
But again, we are back here with map number 2. Map number 1 was a nail biter at the end. We are going to be transitioning into Arklov Peak S&D. Kyle, do you have any type of prediction here for what we might see?
Well, I mean, there was a little bit of a call from both teams for a resetting of the host, believe it or not, because there was both mutual feelings of lag in that last game, so that could probably change a few things. But I doubt it's going to change too much because both teams experiencing the lag, both teams probably going to perform about the same under the similar circumstances. But like we said in the pregame, just another look at the lookout. The thing that stands out is obviously the S&D KD for Band of Misfits, which is almost exactly 1.00 more than Nemesis's, but we are going to be just seeing how well that does actually turn out for them. So the idea, one common idea in Call of Duty strategy-wise is that you win all the S&Ds and then snag one of the respawns and you are undefeatable. So that's probably been a Misfits.
We see that too with hardpoints, though, don't we? I mean, we have 2 hardpoints per every best of 5, just like we do S&D. So, I mean, throwing it way back here, showing my age, as we even see older teams like the old AW Optic, who was just absolutely ridiculous at hardpoint and almost guaranteed 2 wins every best of 5 series. And with Band of Misfits, if you're rocking almost a 2.0 S&D KD, you're pretty damn close to being able to guarantee 2 wins per best of 5. So I totally agree with you. Being able to snag one of those respawns can be absolutely pivotal, and a lot of times we see teams that maybe struggle a little bit more in the respawns typically steal the domination, which, so I mean, again, we saw Band of Misfits begin to run the score up a little bit there towards the end and bring it much closer than it had been during the first half. And if they can ride that momentum into stealing an S&D, potentially ride that into a domination, we very well may see a complete flip of the script.
Alright, I'm just letting them all know that we are nice and ready to go right now whenever they get that new host on up. Okay, so yeah, it looks like they have just switched the hosts and they're going to be bringing in the new host now so that hopefully both teams can experience a lag-free, as much as possible, that is, game. It's pretty much impossible to escape lag online, especially when we're dealing with people on the opposite ends of the country. So yeah, we're trying to make it best of both worlds for everybody. But yeah, it's going to be a very interesting Arklov Peak Search and Destroy. Throwing up the maps again. This is how it goes. In case you guys missed map number 1, it was only a 30-point difference between Nemesis and Band of Misfits. It went in the hands of Nemesis, and now we're going into Band of Misfits' best mode on Search and Destroy. I don't quite know how they play on Arklov Peak, but it's pretty much the most played Search and Destroy map, so I would not be surprised if they have some good strats for this map because of how widely played it is. But yeah,
this is a very vanilla S&D map, though. I mean, we see it's pretty much about as 3 lanes as a 3-lane map can get. We'll see typically one sniper hold down the long-range sights towards that A-bomb. We'll see teams tend to gravitate towards the A-bomb a hell of a lot. And honestly, we see sometimes the big difference maker being who is capable of putting a hard B push on and actually creating a successful hard B push. So I will say here recently, I've seen the B bomb get shown some more love as per what is normally typical. But again, I think, and you and I have seen it at all levels of competitive play. I mean, when we were looking at, some of the higher end semi-pro and top amateur teams with the guys over at AGN, a lot of times when we see this map, we see a very vanilla play style, but what tends to push them forward is either big first picks or crazy bomb site retakes. So it'll be interesting to see kind of how they gravitate towards one side or the other. And if they do gravitate towards that A bomb site every time, will the offensive side be able to push in and make a successful B push?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to keep up with the dispute chat right now. We're just apparently we're still waiting on the host, but people are a little bit upset about the lag still, and I'm trying to figure out if anything's going to happen to it, but it doesn't look like anything is going to. So, yeah, we're just going to keep on going here as soon as we got the...
Keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on. So, back to the bracket, though. In case you guys did miss the earlier stream, I'm going to spoil it right now. Knights Templar defeated Plague Nation 3-0. And currently,
it was a 3-0. I didn't know that.
3-0, yep. And now Nemesis is 1-0 ahead of Band of Misfits. Tomorrow, you guys are going to be seeing Monolithic versus Dredge and Sapphire Wolves versus Natural Talent. From there, we will go on to next day, the semifinals, and then Sunday, the finals. Sunday,
yeah,
Sapphire
Sapphire
Wolves.
Wolves.
Call.
How dope is Sapphire Wolves logo though?
That is pretty neat.
Like, I just really like their logo. Shout out to Sapphire Wolves for not only having a badass name, but also a badass logo. Band of Misfits kind of reminds me of Chicago Huntsman's logo.
Everybody says that.
Dude, I imagine they do, because it does. It looks just like it. Either which way, I didn't know that Knights Templar gave Plague Nation the slap-in like that, though, where the game's close. I actually wasn't in the stream, so.
For Knights Templar and Plague Nation?
Yeah.
So the first one was not even close. The round of Search and Destroy was pretty close. It was 6-4, but it was 3-4. But then Knights Templar just won 3 rounds in a row, and then it was only like a 3-point difference at the end of the Domination. So it was pretty close for most of them. But at the end, Knights Templar proclaimed that they are just an overall better team completely than Plague Nation, that they are waiting to fight Natural Talent in the finals. But who's to say that Sapphire Wolves doesn't give them a little bit of trouble along the way? I've seen their team, and it's pretty good. I don't quite remember who's on it, but when I did see them, I'm like, that's a good team. So that's the impression that I'm left with, but...
It's typically a pretty good impression to have if you are a competitive team. You pretty typically want the casters to say, yeah, those guys can shoot straight. So,
right.
Congrats to Sapphire Wolves for getting the official Comica seal of approval. You haven't got mine yet, just on the logo, but if I ever see you guys play, then I'll give you the official Shifty seal of approval, which I really suck at this game. So I don't know why you would want that seal of approval, but just in case you do, just hit me up. Again, Knights Templar, though, taking the 3-0 against Plague Nation. And I do believe that you guys had one of the players from Knights Templar in for a post-series interview.
Yep,
and I'm pretty sure he was pretty leaning towards Nemesis taking this series. Am I correct?
Oh yeah, that's pretty much exactly what he said. He said that Nemesis Gaming are an infinitely better team than Band of Misfits. If I do recall him correctly, I don't know if those were exact words, but that's basically the gist of it. But he thoroughly expects to see Band of Misfits losing to Nemesis right now. Albeit that was a pretty close hardpoint, and I think that most of that was due to a really, really horrendous start from Band of Misfits. They basically got throttled the entire first rotation, and I'm like, oh my god, this is going to be a quick one. But then they really started to pick it up and get their stuff together, put it all up in a bag, and whatever else Morty says in that episode of Rick and Morty, but they got their stuff together. And they basically almost backpacked it to a win. Close to it, but it's just so dang hard when you are literally 12 points away from defeat to keep people from touching P1 just because it's such an open hill. And even if they did do that, they would have had to then immediately break P2. So it's just really the beginning that set them back so far, and they were playing catch up the entire time.
I absolutely love that Rick and Morty reference. You talking about when Morty's talking to Summer?
Yes.
Just pack it all up and get it together. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
But we saw Band of Misfits begin to get it together near the back half of that game, didn't we? I mean, we saw Nemesis almost had a 100-point lead after the second set of rotations, and Band of Misfits just absolutely came out of nowhere. Or I guess not even really the second set of rotations. It was about halfway through the second set of rotations. We saw almost a 100-point lead for Nemesis, and Band of Misfits mitigated it with 0 time. I mean, they really, really kicked it into high gear during P4 and P5 of the last, I guess, second set of rotations. But definitely crazy. As you heard, if you guys were watching in the chat, if you were watching, I was losing my freaking mind. The fact that Band of Misfits continuously contested towards P1 and just would not let go. Nemesis could not finish it until like 5 seconds left in P1 there during the third rotation. So definitely a much better back half of the game for the side of Band of Misfits. And again, potentially see them ride that momentum into Arklov Peak S&D. As I believe we're still in the process of getting the lobby set up. Man, this is taking forever.
Yeah, we are now joining the lobby with the new host, but it's taking a little while just because the disputes that are going on right now.
This is the best part about being a commentator, dude. Is reading the chat between players in between matches. It's awesome. I just sit and watch. I very frequently you see the memes of the dude like eating popcorn or whatever with the 3D glasses on.
Oh yeah,
just,
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's Michael Jackson, isn't it?
Wait, who? Who'd you say?
Isn't that Michael Jackson? It looks a hell of a lot like Michael Jackson, dude.
Oh, yeah. So you and I were talking about different GIFs, but I've definitely, or GIFs. Is it GIF or GIF?
GIF.
Didn't but like here's the thing though. Didn't the person that created GIFs say that it was GIF, like the peanut butter?
Oh, whatever, dude. I don't know what the heck he was saying, but I'm definitely talking about Michael Jackson eating popcorn right now.
Yeah. Either which way, that's me. I just sit in the chat and just shovel popcorn in my face hole, and just watch them yell at one another. It's awesome. It's like watching a tennis match where neither player can really swing the racket correctly. You feel me?
So
like
basically,
trying to learn as they play.
Just to give you guys a feel of what's going on here, Band of Misfits is blaming the loss on the lag, and Nemesis Gaming is saying that they are bad and it would not have even been close if it wasn't for the lag. So both guys saying that each had an advantage over the other with the lag, which I don't really necessarily know if that's true or not because they both had
I mean,
the
that's
lag.
the typical cancer of the Call of Duty community is pervading through the amateur scene, and that's something that we've seen for a long time. And this is not news. This is not new news to us. I mean, you know, there's somebody's always unhappy about something. By the way, hope everybody's having a wonderful day while we're just sitting here shooting the breeze. Kyle, how's your day going?
Oh, it's going pretty dang good, my dude. I feel so refreshed and renewed, and I found out that I'm gonna be doing some more cool stuff, and I'm gonna be, you know, it's gonna be a good
Nice.
summer for me, basically.
Nice, dude. Well, it's I'm glad to hear that. It's always a blessing to commentate with the man, the myth, the legend here, Comica. It's always a great time. There's very few people that I truthfully enjoy commentating with, Kyle, and you're one of them. So, just I hope that makes you sleep better at night or whatever. But you know.
I mean, I always sleep very, very good at night because I'm just so dang tired all the time. But
That's true, dude. You have a drive. You have a drive from none other. I literally see your name plastered all over all kinds of commentating stuff, and I applaud you, sir.
I mean, I'm trying to make it someday, dude. I'm
ability,
trying to get
dude.
to the big spot, the highest you can get. I'm trying to get there, and I mean, it's totally possible that you can make it there too. I see that you casting at that land in a little bit, dude. That's gonna be pretty nice. I would go there too, but it's incredibly far for me.
The
I'm in Atlanta.
AGN, the AGN Indianapolis land. I'm not gonna plug another brand while we're sitting here on K7.
Yeah,
but
that's why I didn't mention
you
the
guys,
name.
if you guys do want to know, then maybe in the Indianapolis area later this month. If you guys want to swing by and say hello, maybe punch me in the face, whatever you want to do. I'll be there. Be square. Again, thanks to K7 League to round it back into this brand. Thanks to K7 League, and thanks to all of the sponsors. We've got Rogue Energy again providing the energy for the players, and Get Good Hosts providing the hosts for those hyped up and energized players to play on. So congratulations to K7 for having some really solid sponsors and really solid partners here. Again, I believe we are now maybe potentially finally getting the lobby loaded up now, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, let me just check the lobby real quick because we have not went into the private lobby yet, and we're still waiting on players to join, it looks like. I'm just counting players right now, and it looks like all of Nemesis Gaming is in here, and we are just waiting on the rest of Band of Misfits to join on up. I'm gonna up and see what is going on here. And yeah, I'm just gonna ask real quick if we are still going on with the match because we are an hour in and we have only played one round. But yeah, anyways, we'll figure that out for you real quick. Alrighty then, so they are typing on back, and it appears that we have started up the lobby. Hooray! So, you know what that means. We are going to be getting going here on Arklov Peak, Search and Destroy, guys. And let me go and remind you of the maps real quick, that after this, it's going to be some Domination on Hackney Yard, which is always a huge pain of a map, whether it's Hardpoint or Domination. Everybody always dogs it on this map if you do not have the map control, which is, I mean, it's really hard to take back once you lose it, but it really takes a good team in order to not only take it from someone else, but keep it for a long time.
Well, and especially on Domination, where, I mean, granted on Hardpoint on Hackney, you have consistently having to traverse the map, just like you saw during that Gunrunner Hardpoint. But on Domination, we see a little bit more stagnant play, especially towards the middle of the map. And after you can get that A side, if it's possible to attain that A side and then their backfill towards the B flag, we definitely see that kind of reaping the benefits more often than not for a squad. So I think the big teller here is going to be if Nemesis can steal an S&D because, again, if you guys were paying attention to the lookout provided by Rogue Energy, we had an almost 2.0 KD for S&D from the side of Band of Misfits as Nemesis really not that close to a 1.0. I mean, a 0.89 is not terrible by any stretch of the imagination, but you definitely want to see them improve that a little bit, especially on a map like Arklov, where getting those first picks is going to be so pivotal into breaking in towards a bomb site. So Nemesis definitely, if they don't want to be put on the back foot here, despite winning map number 1, you'll want to see them come out and try and steal map number 2, if at all possible. I think the big players, again, are going to be those sniper rifles. See if maybe we'll have one from each side, potentially see some crazy 2-3 pieces towards a bomb and down in the river area. So it'll be interesting as map number 2 is going to be loading up here before too long. Finally, I think, hopefully.
All right, sorry, we're still waiting on one more of the Band of Misfits players right now. I know it's a little bit of a rough one, but everybody is now agreeing to keep on going, I guess. So we're going to keep on going, keep it on, like I said earlier. And it is going to be, yeah, if I had to decide some serious players that are going to be making a massive difference in this, I would have to say for Band of Misfits, Prodigy, and Oblivion, and on the other side, they really need Aspect and Hazardous Evil to go off. Those guys are main ARs and main Slayers pretty much outside of this mode in this map. So on a map that is basically AR central, I would really expect them to outperform everyone else that is now basically stuck using an AR. So, well, not a bad thing to be stuck with, let's be honest. But anyways, we are going to be just waiting for these guys to get on the correct sides, and it looks like we are waiting on one more dude to get on the correct side. I really do apologize for this. I did not think it was going to be this long. I would have kept it in the music if I had known that this was going to be how long it took. But anyways, dudes, just what else can we really talk about here, Shifty? We have talked basically about every possible thing right now.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't even know, dude. My brain hurts. There's only so much spitballing that we can do in between the matches, right?
Big facts.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Arklov Peak is going to be an absolute wing dinger of a map if Band of Misfits is able to ride that momentum from map number 1 into map number 2. As I believe I'm getting word from Heroism, or Heroism, however you say it.
Yeah, it looks like everybody is in the lobby, and they're just seeing if everybody is ready. And we've been ready for this. We have been basically yearning for this moment for the past 30 to 45 minutes. So I can only imagine that this is going to be incredibly hyped up for the chat to finally see some gameplay again. I know I'm itching to see some gameplay again. I know you're itching to see some gameplay again. And it looks like we need a bathroom break for Hazardous Evil.
Dude, I'm over it. Hazardous knew he had to go drain the vein before he started spitting on kids across the map with that AR that we saw him do oh so well during map number 1. So again, you brought it up. I think the AR players, especially on a map that has such long sight lines like Arklov Peak, we'll see them begin to try and take over the map if they can. Hazardous Evil doing a great job during map number 1, as well as Aspect for the side of Nemesis, as they were able to attain a large amount of the kills that Nemesis needed to finish off map number 1. And on a map like Gunrunner, can be kind of difficult depending on how you're playing it. We saw some very patient play from both squads, but again, Nemesis getting the better of them by 30 points. If you're just joining us, it was a 220 to 250 map score in that Hardpoint, as we will be again transitioning into map number 2, Arklov Peak. I've said it so much.
Yeah, I know. The anticipation is killing you, right? It's
I'm
like
literally
it's like
chomping at
Dragon
the
Ball
bit.
Z, dude. It's like, well, like as soon as
filler.
they get to the action, as soon as they get to like teasing the next epic fight, it's like, we'll find out next time on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Literally exactly like that. Alright, it looks like we are now in the match starting countdown. So, yeah. Looks like Hazardous Evil's back, and we are going to be getting going now with the moment everyone's been waiting the last 45 minutes for in the Search and Destroy on Arklov Peak. We've talked to death about this already, Shifty. I think we've pretty much gone over
what map are we playing again?
Oh,
I forgot.
Shoot. I think it's... wait, let me check the screen real quick. It's... it went away.
It was Gun Runner, wasn't it? Isn't that what we're playing now?
No, it definitely looks like... It definitely looks
Is it
like...
Hackney?
Definitely looks like, what's that map? Snow Peak or whatever the heck it is?
Snow Peak. Snow Peak, yes. Yes. Absolutely. Wow, finally we are underway. Beautiful. C-Pill is going to be taking the bomb for Band of Misfits as they are on the offensive side first. Again, we will see a 4 stack towards that A site. 2 players from Nemesis as they will stack up towards the B site. Big first blood from Nomo Big Toe. It'd be interesting to see how he snipes and stands up straight without that big toe. That's pretty interesting. But Prodigy...
I think he purchased himself up on the big toe. Like he balances himself on it.
Ooh, okay.
There's another big toe that he still has.
I'm with it. Okay, I'm with you. Fun fact, big toes are actually like super important for keeping your balance. So the fact that he can sprint around with a sniper rifle slung over his shoulder without a big toe is pretty impressive. As Percival, speaking of impressive, able to snag 1 kill towards the back. Will Kobe towards the river area, not going to hit anything with it, though, as Hazardous Evil now pushing up towards the A site. We'll be able to snag some more shots onto another big trade, though. Back and forth as Nomo Big Toe has picked up 3 kills this round.
All he's got to do is keep his eyes on the bomb here. I think he might actually be out of ammo. He's going to stun himself. But regardless, his teammate is going to be picking up the other kill, which all he had to do was just chill there and keep eyes on with the sniper rifle. But Diggs not even taking the chance on it. He's going to run on up and just stick it right in there. The knife into the jugular, that is. And they're going to be taking the lead.
Taking the lead, indeed. Can rhyme anytime. Poet didn't know it. You know, insert whatever sonnet you'd like. But again, we talked about how important those sniper rifle kills were going to be, and Big Toe really just showcasing that as he was able to snag 3 huge kills during the first round. Now again, Nemesis back on the offensive. Percival will drop first to Oblivion as now the bomb stuck in a pretty precarious position. Raw Dog will be able to snag the trade onto Oblivion, though, as we see a full rotation here. Nobody over towards the B site quite yet. Just Prodigy, though. Yeah, as he's playing towards the outskirts area. Might potentially get swarmed here by a couple of teammates, though.
See one. Goop down. Hazardous Evil down as well. Bomb down. And it's going to be Aspect down as well. They're dropping like flies now, my dude. Raw Dog Gerard, the only one left with a sniper rifle. Good thing that this is such a long sight line. And he's going to be trying to take on Prodigy. He does that well. And he's going to pick up an AR from his dead teammate. He still has the possibility of doing this, but it's very unlikely with how much time he has left. He's really just going to have to dog these 2 guys up in here, but not going to happen. They pretty much anticipate that, and Band of Misfits stop him short. 2-0.
Absolutely enveloping that B site was the side of Band of Misfits, especially after Prodigy was able to pick up 2 huge kills towards the outskirts area and stop that bomb rotation in its tracks. As we did have 1 player, again, that was Raw Dog Gerard, that was able to snag 1 trade, but again, all little too late. Now the Band of Misfits squad going to be back on the offensive. We'll see if they favor that A site again. It looks to me like we will have a very similar setup to their first offensive round of 4A, 1B hold. Big Toe here, trying to get the cheeky angle from the riverside as Diggs will snag the first blood this time on Goop with the nade across the A site. As now we're getting aggressive towards the riverside. Nobody from Nemesis going to be any of the wiser. Almost getting turned on, but not going to happen as Gerard was able to trade that one. But again, now a 4v3 numbers advantage in favor of Band of Misfits here as they need to try and work this A site.
They still technically have time to rotate back towards the middle. I like the fact that they got a trophy system down still. An Aspect gonna catch him as the bomb is going forward, but I think Gerard got a little bit distracted by the gunfight as he takes a big fat shot from Nomo Big Toe. Aspect, this manslayer, the only one who has gotten a kill for his team in this round besides Raw Dog, is gonna be the last one alive, and no longer alive now. Band of Misfits just really knocking this one home, so far at least.
Well, and that lookout stat, again, provided by Rogue Energy.
I'm just gonna flash it real quick.
Yeah, really, showing, really rearing its teeth, if you will. As right now, Band of Misfits has not dropped a single round, and we typically see, especially on a map like this, we typically see teams tend to be more offensive or defensively favored, and being able to snag back-to-back rounds, snagging 2 offenses and a defense, absolutely disheartening to the squad of Nemesis, but disheartening my ass, they say. A 4-5 push towards B. Look at the cheeky angle from Diggs, though, as he will snag 1 kill onto Aspect. And just like that, the numbers getting pushed into Band of Misfits' favor. He might have bought his team long enough, but will not matter as Prodigy will sneak around the outside of the building. But now Nemesis full control of the B site. Gonna have to look at Band of Misfits attempting to try and take a retake here.
I see that. I see you, C-Pills. He shot him in the back of the head instead of going for the assassination. I'm disappointed. But anyways, they're going to be getting caught in the rotation by Hazardous Evil, who, speak of the devil, he is the only one left. And he is upstairs, going to take down Oblivion, and now it's just him and Prodigy. Hazardous Evil going to slide on in to his own death, despite the fact that Prodigy missed a few shots there. Going to add some extra bullets just for good measure and for extra salt. And they are going to be taking this round as well, 4-0. This is quite the beating, the brutalization, the annihilation of Nemesis Gaming, I guess you could call it.
Nice multi-syllabic words there. I like that. You strung those together really well. That was beautiful. I really think Hazardous Evil played that a little too aggressively after his teammate dropped. He was able to snag 1 kill. That was on Oblivion, but Prodigy playing very patiently towards that B bomb site, snagging the trade. Would have liked to see maybe Hazardous Evil attempt to rotate out and maybe try and push around, but was afraid of the 1v1 Ninja. Is the map going to get spread pretty thin here as Prodigy will snag another first blood? He is that 6-2 or 8-2? I'm sorry,
that
the screen
is 6-2 actually.
Okay, yeah, okay, so 6-2, 3.0 KD for him. Big Toe 6-1.
They're trying to beat the rotations, and they're all looking the complete wrong direction. Nemesis gonna get a big fat shot in the back, and not the kind of rip you want to be taken in the back, if you catch my drift. But now, all of Nemesis is basically stuck on the back foot. Goop gonna be getting a nice pick in the trench, so now the trench is kind of open. But Gerard gonna be taking out the main AR in Oblivion, so they're making it slightly more open, but C-Pill's watching the cross. He's just gotta pick his shot very carefully, because they don't know he's here. Goop did not even see him, even though he looked right directly at him. Goop gonna be trying to turn on him. Gerard gonna get some late intel, but he does take him down anyway. Nomo still watching the bomb with the sniper, though. He's getting a little bit hit up. He needs some help up in here from Prodigy, who does prevent the defusal. And that is going to be that. Prodigy, I want to see this last little bit from him. We saw it from Nomo's perspective, but he actually took down the last 2 guys pretty expertly there.
Well, and I mean, we saw what was way too slow of a retake from the side of Nemesis there. Band of Misfits was able to push up, and despite the B fake able to push up and snag the A bomb site and get that in their control, but nothing doing for the side of Nemesis there. Was not able to really even get a solid attempt at a retake there. I mean, they really didn't even get in around the A bomb site until about 20 seconds left before that bomb exploded. Look at the all 5 B push again. Nemesis getting desperate here, just trying to force their way, brute force it into the B bomb site. Prodigy having none of it though will snag the first blood.
And I think Diggs is getting antsy to get his kill now too. Now that band of Misfits are besieging the building, they've got it literally on lockdown, totally surrounded, except for the front. Actually, now they do have the front on lockdown, even without Diggs covering it. But C-Pill's accidentally going to kill him. Friendly fire from a distance. That's a little bit of a mess up. This might lead to a round actually going in the hands of Nemesis Gaming, but Prodigy evening things out, trading out his own team kill by taking out Hazardous Evil, but still going to be in the advantage of Nemesis because they've got bombed down with not much time left. Oblivion gonna have to do some huge work here, coming around the corner, making sure that his back is nice and safe. He's got one in the corner, but gets kind of jumped on there. Prodigy still there and ready. No time for the defuse. Literally no time for the defuse. He's just gonna go for the kills and not even get that.
Yeah, Diggs kind of playing that a little overly aggressively as well, as after the bomb was planted, kind of head-ass jumping out of the window there. And again, definitely don't want to see that from the perspective of C-Pills there, as he was unfortunately going to take out his teammate. But again, a very overly aggressive play from Diggs there, because even if he hadn't been killed by his teammate, Nemesis still had someone across the map there watching the front of the B site. So even if he was able to sweep out there and snag one kill, it would have been immediately traded. So a nice desperation round there from Nemesis. We see a full B hit from them that finally works. As again, Band of Misfits sticking to their guns. Typical 4A and 1B push here is we haven't seen Nemesis attempt to change up their defenses at all, which I think is kind of odd at this point.
Oh, he took out the sniper. C-Pill's now going up to the bomb and realize that he's planting right underneath the nose of Hazardous Evil. I'm sure he's going to check around the corner here in seconds, but he doesn't get the plant off in time. Now Diggs going to go into the same spot despite the fact that Hazardous Evil is still alive. And Goop going to be like, what the heck, there's still someone behind me? And he turns around and takes him down pretty handily. In full control over the site now is Nemesis Gaming, but they still got eyes in the back of the map from Nomo Big Toe. So if anyone does try to go for it without a smoke, they're basically dead. Getting right up in his grill, though, that is Goop. Prodigy going to come for some good help in the middle, though. And oh, Nomo trying to do some damage is now Prodigy. He's going to get stuck on the wall, and now he's dead. Nemesis making some serious strides up in here that could easily be avoided by Band of Misfits. But, I mean, here we are.
And you're totally right. I will say the good thing to take away from those rounds from Band of Misfits is that Prodigy and Big Toe were playing beautiful bait and switches. They really just needed one more person to attempt to kind of hold the river side or that trench side angle. But unfortunately, the 2v3 going to go in favor of Nemesis Gaming as now they snag a second round. It'll be interesting to see here if they try the full 5B hit again, as that was the only offensive strategy that they have seen work yet. As it looks to me like they will split the map. So 2 going B, 3 going A. But honestly, not a terrible decision there, because if you try to get the A control and you can't do it, then at least you have 2 players with a foot over towards B to kind of help assist that rotation. But Big Toe going to snag a first and second blood. Huge kills from them, as now Band of Misfits really about to just put this one away.
Oh, Big Toe misses a shot, though, and Percival evades the grenade. Now they know exactly where these guys are. 1 on bomb, 1 show on the back. It looks like they're going for a big take on Trench, though, as Nomo does take down 1 in the place of C-Pills, who goes down. Hazardous, the only one left. He's going to take down Big Toe, and now he's literally going for the ace and the win. He's got the bomb, so he can literally do anything unless he gets shot on the exit. That is going to be Band of Misfits taking it. 1-1 now.
Yep, evening up the series, which again, based on the stats that we had looked at earlier, this was pretty, I guess, not even really vanilla.
pretty
I mean,
indicative.
we kind of knew
result.
that I think this was how this was going to play out, especially again riding that momentum from the end of map number 1. If you
Lord,
guys
look at
did
Prodigy.
miss that, it was only a 30-point loss. But oh my God, Big Toe and Prodigy combining for 23 and 9. Absolute feasting from the side of Band of Misfits as they put Nemesis out of their misery there and even up that series. I mean, let's take a look at the stats here again. Hazardous Evil, only 1 positive from the side of Nemesis, so not a positive takeaway there, but we will see a Domination Hackney Yard right after this. I mean, what are we thinking now that we've seen Band of Misfits even it up here?
I mean, I know that Band of Misfits have been training very, very hard in the domination department, so it would not surprise me if they came in with some newfound knowledge onto this subject, but based on what we saw them do in the last time. But I do also know that Nemesis Gaming is pretty adept at this as well, so I think it's pretty much a toss-up. It really depends on how Band of Misfits do when they get, well, it's inevitable that you get down in the player count eventually. You're not going to just completely and utterly be in the player majority for the entire time, you know what I mean? You're eventually going to be at a time where you have less people alive than your opponents. It just depends on how they recover from that.
Right. It's all about how you react to going down in the numbers advantage. And I really think what might be the teller here is we might see one team kind of run away with it if we see them really attain a solid hold during the more advantageous side of the map. So if you're not familiar, that A side of the map towards P2 on this Hackney Yard Domination will be extremely advantageous. The spawns are so close. So a lot of times if we see teams spawn on that C flag side, which by the way, I believe we're ready to go ahead and get this one started up. I'm getting word, no intermission. We're going to jump right into it, which is awesome. But if you do spawn on that C side towards the back green or back yellow area, we're going to see teams attempt to 2-3 push up towards the green side towards Forklift and see if they can flip those spawns. So I think what really may be the telltale difference here is who can take advantage of the advantageous spawns.
Yeah, and also playing from the not advantageous side, I mean, it is advantageous for a reason, but it can be even more advantageous if you overestimate its value from the opposing side. You know what I mean? Like, something is only as powerful as the power that you give it. Words are only as...
Absolutely.
It's basically like words, dude. Words are only so powerful as we give them meaning, and the good side spawns are only as powerful as we let them dictate the course of the game for the most part. I mean, it does have innate value, but it's also at a point where if you give too much value, like you just make that the end-all be-all, like, oh, we don't have the good spawns, we gotta go get them right now or we're not gonna win. No, that's not at all how you should be thinking. You should just say, all right, we've got C, let's try and just full rush B because the enemy is obviously going to be defending A, right? At least for the first little bit. So they got to make sure that they don't get too bogged down on trying to get the good flag and make sure that they can at least get 2 flags. That's more important.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be how can you stop the bleeding when you are on this CB side is, again, Band of Misfits going to spawn towards P2 first. So this first half will initially go in their favor, but not for very long, as we see Nemesis pick up 3 big kills. C-Pills last alive to try and make a play towards B, as now we very well may see a big flip here, but Nomo Big Toe missing some very pivotal shots. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that he hit that flank so quickly and wasn't able to clean up that kill, but the negate will not go in favor of Nemesis. Again, Band of Misfits now just trying to run amok towards B and push them back towards the C side. Again, take a look at your bottom left. We have Oblivion, who is holding that A site and really not letting it go at all, as Nemesis now heeding your advice and now able to push up and attain B despite being on the negative side.
Oh, he's just slightly did not see Prodigy going for the flank there, and now I will give Prodigy the opportunity to get the flank kills, but he does not get it. As soon as I click on his name, he dies. Diggs and the guys, they are trying to get back control over mid and such, but Diggs somehow going to be missing all of his shots, and does eventually take down Hazardous Evil, but at the cost of his own life. It looks like Oblivion going to be getting spawned out for C, kinda, so he's gonna do the unthinkable, and on Cap C, he's gonna spray the heart because he knows that we're watching him right now, most likely. But yeah, it looks like this was not necessarily the best call to make, as they are going to be getting flipped out of spawns and they're unable to keep full control over it. Dig's going to be the last chance at this, and they are basically all there. So, but if Band of Misfits can get back in here quick enough and get back onto B before too many of the Nemesis guys get back up on here, they can still get it back into a 2-cap situation, no problem.
Yeah, but see, I really don't like that play from Oblivion. I think in desperation time, I mean, they went 3 down there, so Oblivion's main idea was, okay, push across the map and see if I can stop the bleeding, even though we have, because we have the numbers disadvantage, but I don't like that at all. I think I would be better off, you'd be better off playing off of the respawn, but, I mean, either which way, definitely, in the not top 10 plays, in my opinion, is now we're looking at a potential 3-cap here. The C flag going to get negated. No points coming in favor of Band of Misfits, but they will be able to push up towards A. But Goop is an absolute monster as he will pick up 2 big kills. Now B potentially getting negated here as we may see a 1-to-1 flag split. No, sirree, Bob, just kidding. Goop will not only pick up the kills towards the A flag, but then will force the issue back to B.
Yeah, Oblivion's still not giving up on that A flag. Everybody gonna be spawning there, and now backtracking is Aspect. He might be able to catch Oblivion just at the right time, and he does, apparently. So, Band of Misfits, they are just all dying too quickly at the same time. They are really, like, they're not able to maintain map control because, I mean, look at this, dude. They're pretty much down 3 at a time. They really don't have the ability to keep map control when they don't have manpower majority.
Well, I mean, look at the slaying number difference right now. I mean, we have 2 members from Nemesis Gaming almost at the 10-kill mark. We have Hazardous, who is +5 and at 13 and 8. And, I mean, in no small part to their big slaying numbers during the first 4 minutes of this first half. I mean, Nemesis definitely taking a pretty solid lead, especially for starting on the bad side. As really rubbing salt in the wound with the 3-piece. Will he be able to make it a 4th? No, he will not. Hazardous will clean that one up. Now, again, on that minimap, we see a full retreat back to C as Diggs and the rest of this Band of Misfits squad going to try and stop the bleeding here, but the bleeding will continue. Only 2 kills going in their favor as Aspect trading 1. Now Percival taking a 2nd as well. Big Toe, big kill here towards top green will kind of help his teammates open up the middle of the map, but does not matter. Nemesis is all over them like a fat kid on cupcakes.
Big facts, dude. I swear to God, I was trying to switch to Hazardous Evil for the longest time there. Band of Misfits going to be now taking an enormous backseat to Nemesis Gaming. Apparently, they made apparently that move from Oblivion costing them harder than we had originally anticipated. They just could not get back into it after that. And it wasn't even just that. It was the fact that they were just getting slaughtered en masse. Basically, there's not really a time you can point at where they have more than 2 dudes alive at a time. So that's really hurting their map control.
Well, and that's a prime example of letting a desperation play dictate the rest of the half. Because we saw, like I said, Band of Misfits go 3 down there when Oblivion was attempting to overextend and snag the C flag. And because they consistently were losing that slaying battle, once they flipped the spawns back against them, they never had an opportunity to bring it back. As now, you have got to be scared if you are Band of Misfits, because now Nemesis starting on the positive side, and if they continue this run, it's going to be over very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much exactly right. Hazardous Evil now getting up top is going to be taking 1 down. This is such a powerful position that I always tell everybody about. Does getting taken down off of it, but Percival now with the ability to come in here. Diggs taking him down is just a trading card game like Pokemon, but oh my goodness, they do manage to completely take down all of the Nemesis Gaming guys, and Prodigy pushing up very, very far for an AR in the middle of the map does go down, though, and it looks like Nemesis Gaming going for some A1 strats, but it might have an unintended effect of flipping them out if Oblivion does go for the A spawns, but apparently not contest on the A spawns while they were getting hit up on C. Oh, it looks like they are actually going to flip out a little bit, getting split spawns, actually. It's all on Percival to prevent this from going away. They don't want it to. I have to unplug my controller and plug it back in real quick because it was being annoying.
Forcing those spawns to be flipped there was an attempt from the side of Band of Misfits, as they did see that the C flag was negated. They attempted to push towards through the warehouse area into that A flag, but nothing doing there, as now they may potentially have an AC split here. We did see some split spawns go in favor of the Band of Misfits squad. Now Nemesis making something happen on the bad side here, well, what was the bad side, as they negated the C flag, but A now going in their favor again.
Oh,
so going to be a big player to watch, but not going to matter, as he will get cut down towards P2. Is now, I mean, honestly, this is getting pretty close to mathematically impossible already.
This is getting pretty incredibly scrappy, though. If Band of Misfits didn't let that bad thing happen to them in the beginning, they could have totally came back from it, but I mean, I say that now, but Aspect just won the 1v1 on A, and now Band of Misfits are literally without a flag. This is looking a little bit rough for wear for them, so despite the fact that they are getting split spawns, Nemesis Gaming is really winning out the day. They're just sitting on the flags, and as soon as Band of Misfits push them, they just take them off of it, and they're literally stuck in these limbo spawns on green, dude. They are just doing so good at keeping the 3-cap. This is incredible. I usually only see this from top challenger teams. This is definitely something else from Nemesis Gaming.
69 kills across for 3 members of Nemesis. I mean, that's almost more kills than Band of Misfits has entirely, as Hazardous Evil, Percival, and who is the third player? Again, it's getting kind of blurry. Oh, it's Aspect. Yeah. He is, they're all 3 feasting. I mean, honestly, they've really not turned back since that initial flub up from the side of Band of Misfits, flipping that flag, is now they really have the foot on the throat of Band of Misfits, and all green kill feed, as this is going to be mathematically impossible and then some at this point. Now they're just padding stats.
Yeah, I mean, this map is just so dang unforgiving if you don't manage to keep control over the B site. I mean, case in point, Goop going up into top AC and just literally killing the entire middle of the map by himself. 4 kills for him, and nobody really able to do a damn thing about it. I mean, he literally can see the entire middle of the map, which is, you have to cross that quite a little bit of ways in order to get to A. So if you don't go to B, and you're going to A, Goop will see you and shoot you, so unless you smoke out and go with some serious numbers, you're not going to get it. And even now, Goop knows exactly where he is because he's on the flag, and he's going to be able to predict his spot and take him down.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. But yeah.
Just feasting, dude. Well, I mean, and this is just a prime example of Nemesis coming out and playing better cohesively as a team than Band of Misfits was. I mean, we even saw one member from Nemesis push all the way across through green to C, negate the C flag, and still somehow have time to wrap all the way back to A and stop the potential spawn flip from Band of Misfits. That is just a prime example of one teammate saying, okay, I'm going to go balls to the wall and make a crazy play here. Everybody else set up and make sure that we don't lose map control. And that's exactly what they did. I mean, very rarely, because this map is so unforgiving, you very rarely see teams that can push all the way across the map without flipping the spawns. So a really great job. And I think you hit the nail on the head. Attaining and ensuring that B control then spreads across the middle of the map and kind of creates a line in the sand that if you continue to play cohesively, the opposite team will never be able to cross. So, yeah, a great job from Nemesis. That was a 100-point plus ass kicking for the side of Band of Misfits. Unfortunately, 107 points. My goodness.
Yeah, the KD's not even close for Band of Misfits. Both of them, all of them, I guess you could say, at least double negative, whereas Nemesis Gaming just sitting so pretty on those KDs right there. Except for Raw Dog Gerard, probably had to do a lot of the up close, down and dirty business, stuff like that. Stuff that you see behind the scenes and stuff like that, you know.
The unsung hero, if you will.
The unsung hero, the hero with no name, stuff like that. But, yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, well, and even if he was just holding down angles, I mean, you, like I said, you had 31, 62, 70. Oh my God. I mean, we had, Jesus Christ, we had almost 90. Yeah. Caster math. 91. Yeah, 91 kills. Sorry. My math was kind of off there. 91 kills across between 3 players. I mean, when you're in that type of situation, Gerard and Goop really didn't have to do much. They could post up and just watch angles and let Aspect, Evil, and Percival run around the map and slay everything in their way.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a case of getting outclassed and outplayed on that map. I mean, it's not necessarily that... I mean, there were some clear cases of them just getting out-gun-skilled by the Nemesis Gaming guys, but by and far, it had mostly to do with Nemesis Gaming's position and their map control. That's really, really what made such a disparity in the kill count between these teams. But yeah, we're going on to St. Petrograd next. I have let them know that we are basically nice and ready to go. We've had a lot of breaks. We've had a really, really long break today, so I don't see a need for it anymore. Let's just keep on going, hammer this one home, and now it is do or die time for Band of Misfits. Like we said, it's win both searches and snag a respawn, so basically you have to do that right now, or you can do basically what it appears that Nemesis is trying to do and win all of the respawns.
Yeah, I mean, well, again, you hit the nail right on the head. I mean, if we see such a huge disparity between these teams in Search and Destroy, if you are Band of Misfits, you need to snag this hard point. I mean, not only because if not, you lose the series, but you really, really, really need to snag this hard point because honestly, I think, and I'm going to go on a bold limb here, if Band of Misfits somehow steals this hard point, they're winning the series. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I truthfully believe that because they outclassed Nemesis in Search and Destroy. And that's something that we've seen them do throughout the entirety of the duration of the 4 weeks that we've played throughout this league. And again, that 1.83 S&D KD is absolutely insane. And that's as a team. That's not just one specific player. That's as a team. They were feasting in Search and Destroy. The 6-2 win in map number 2 definitely could pervade into map number 5 should we get there. But before we get there, they're going to have to steal this hard point. And again, it kind of makes me think about the back half of that map number 1. Granted, we had some players complaining about lag, but we saw Band of Misfits really put it together towards the ass end of that gunrunner hardpoint. And if they can kind of ride that momentum in here, they very, very well may force a game 5.
Looks like Oblivion going for a very, very ballsy strategy, trying to get full control over P1 by going around the back of these guys and splitting their attentions. But you gotta be careful not to flip the spawns like he just did. And they are gonna be getting control over the hill. But I mean, breaking P2, I'm gonna be honest, even though if you don't have the P2 spawns, is not literally the hardest thing in the world. There are far harder hills to break in the game than P2 onto St. Petrograd. This is one of the very few maps that you can just take it one hill at a time and just play for the breaks pretty much every single time with the exception of P4.
Yeah, P4 definitely the one with the most easily covered angles, I think. I mean, you can kind of set somebody up towards the middle of the map and have somebody watching each door and pretty much lock that down. A P3, definitely something, depending on how you play it, that can be a big swing hill as well. But P2 is very similar in that regard to P3, in that you have so many different angles of entry that it's kind of difficult to watch them all. So definitely, if you can steal maybe a kill or two towards the center of the map for Band of Misfits, then they might be able to break that Cafe Hill. But right now, full send from Nemesis right now, as nobody going to be on the backside for Band of Misfits. Now finally able to break through thanks to a nice two-piece from Oblivion. C-Pills snagging two of his own there towards the end, as now 30 seconds left in this hill. It's a 10-point game, and this is exactly what you wanted to see, especially after the immediate spawn flip in P1, them being able to break and really out-muscle them towards P2. But the rotations coming in big time for Nemesis here. We've already got 3, make it 4 members heading towards P3.
But it appears that a lone Prodigy has managed to slip on through, and if Nemesis isn't careful, they could potentially be in a little bit of a world of hurt, because as you can see, in firm control over the exit route through mid-buses is Band of Misfits. So they can pretty much either go for the spawns or try and lock Nemesis in the spawns, but it looks like they're going to be getting them. So it is now their hill to break. If you're taking the spawns, you got to be taking the hill time on this one.
Yeah, definite nice spawn flip there is Prodigy making a big 200 IQ play there. Pushing up across middle, playing very passively and ensuring that his team got the spawn towards the backside is, oh my goodness, Hazardous Evil putting down C-Pills there. And again, the slaying numbers pretty even right now, but a lot of that is in no small part to Oblivion already having 11 kills racked up for the side of Band of Misfits. 20 seconds left on P3 before we see the full rotation towards that bottom pool hall area, and we're going to have a big gunfight towards that area as well. Oblivion versus the world here, as he needs his teammates to push up and help. He does now finally get some assistance towards the middle of the map. Bro. Big kills here. This is going to be a huge break if they can get it.
Yeah, like I said, this is pretty much the only hill you have to play on that is hard to play on the break for, but they do it anyway. Looking pretty solid right now, my dudes, and they take the spawns away from them like candy from a baby. And now getting control over blue. This is looking just so grim for Nemesis. Everything that could have gone wrong on this hill is going wrong for them. And now Band of Misfits just running amok on the hill.
Oh my god,
they're just absolutely slaughtering them, dude. En masse. Filling mass graves with these dudes by the hundreds of thousands.
Oh my
this
god!
Is crazy.
I haven't seen Nemesis get a kill in forever. We've had an almost all orange kill feed here as
They're
Prodigy.
all on kill streaks right now. Look at that.
Oh my god! They
have not died.
This is a crazy run. What is happening?
They all have not died in a long time. That is going to be broken by Prodigy as they start to fight for P5, the scrappiest of all the hills. And now they are going to be taking a very nice lead, even if Nemesis Gaming do get all the time off this hill. Even though, my god, they're not, because Prodigy is just going to line them all up and kill all 3 of them.
Oh my god,
even
dude,
if they did, they would still not catch Band of Misfits right now. This is incredible.
What is happening? What is happening? Band of Misfits has completely flipped the script, now doubling the score of the Nemesis Gaming squad. This is exactly what we thought we might see. If they could ride that momentum from the earlier games and kind of push their, force their hand here in these Hardpoint as they're about to take a 100-point lead. We haven't even seen Nemesis snag a 100-point lead in the Hardpoint, as now Band of Misfits really just flexing their muscles.
Yeah, oh my god, dude. This is just an absolute cataclysmic end to Nemesis in this one. I'm calling it already. I don't see how they're going to be able to pull back from this. It's totally possible that they do, but they're literally losing everything right now. Everything! Oblivion is also completely unmatched right now.
Look at the slaying numbers. Oblivion is 22 and 6. We have basically double the kills from Band of Misfits that Nemesis has right now. And honestly, if you are going to change it for the side of Nemesis, you got to start now. P1 for this second set of rotations is going to be pivotal, because not only do they need to snag the 30 seconds here, they also need to ensure that they don't lose the rotations to P2, but both teams scrapping over P1, as Band of Misfits will be the benefactor of a majority of these gunfights. Really and truly, Nemesis is on the heels right now.
Dude, this is so freaking painful to watch for the Nemesis Gaming fans, I can only imagine. As now they are within They can lose off of any of the remaining hills. Oblivion somehow escaping with his life. I do not know how.
How is he still alive?
This guy eats bullets, and he takes down Percival, too. This is an utter, unmitigated disaster for Nemesis Gaming. I cannot believe my eyes. And now,
dude,
he's gonna get on the hill and take it for free. Oh my god, this might be it.
I'm literally tweaking. I have never seen this type of script being flipped at this level of Call of Duty. Oblivion is on another level right now. 26-9 is he, in no small part to the nice setup as well from Diggs. He's got 15-12 and 2 minutes in the hill. Big Toe, 1 minute and 45 seconds in the hill as well. Nemesis still yet to break the 100-point mark as they finally may be able to eclipse it with this scrap time here. But again, take a look at the rotations. This time, Band of Misfits potentially getting the early rotation battle.
Oh no, they're not. Looks like they're gonna get beat in numbers on this hill. Diggs getting really hit up, and everybody else on the complete other end of the map. Good thing for them is that they only need 11 more points to win it. Well, 10 more points, I guess, and they can get that off of any of their main hills. Nemesis, on the other hand, need 150 points to win the game. This is literally nearing on the side of impossibility for Nemesis Gaming. It would be the comeback of a lifetime. It would be the choke of a lifetime. It would be just something unseen before in all of Call of Duty. But I mean, Nemesis Gaming, they're getting all the time right now, but all they have to do is just touch the hill for a little bit. They have to get Nemesis to rotate a little bit too early, or they have to hold them in these spawns, which it looks like they're trying to do right now. Look at where they're facing. They're looking directly at the spawns, and Nomo is watching the main street, and so is Diggs, making sure that ain't nobody getting out of here. This is going to be their time to shine. They are going to surprise.
This is over.
They're going to surprise Knights Templars players, and they are hunkering down on this hill, dogpiling on it. Only one outside, and that is in blue to prevent the run-ups. This is smart play from Band of Misfits, and this is going to be it, dude. I can just tell you right now, it's going to be it.
There's no way. Yeah, this is over. Do you see how well Band of Misfits was set up for P4? Huge trades coming back and forth. Oblivion snagging 2. Percival will be able to snag 1, but C-Pills and Diggs snagging 2 kills of their own. Aspect last alive now has some help from his teammates, though, as he specs a huge 3-piece. Prodigy answering back with his own. A pinstripe kill feed right now, as it will go in favor of Band of Misfits in a hellacious fashion. Answering from the 100-point domination loss with a 100-point hardpoint victory. And we are going to see a map number 5. And oh my god, if I was a Nemesis player, I would be nervous.
I would be thoroughly pissed about that one. I mean, Nemesis Gaming, these guys, they normally win respawns, and they are the number 2 seed.
They need to catch a hot regain. They need to catch a hot regain right now.
Dude, after that, the fact that we're going into Search and Destroy again after such a brutal butt-kicking on the first Search and Destroy, and especially coming off yet another brutal butt-kicking on St. Petrograd Hardpoint, I would be very nervous. But like you said, you gotta regain. You gotta know that it's all on this, and it's totally within your realm of possibility to win it. They've just gotta play smart. They've gotta play their strengths, and they really freaking need Hazardous Evil and Aspect to do some huge work for them. Aspect has been their top slayer all night. In this last round, I'll show you guys again. It's not much, but he still went the most kills for his team, 22 and 23, closest to positive as you get on this team. They also need Hazardous Evil, who went 19 and 24 to really pick it up. But again, Hazardous Evil, only one who went positive in the last round of Search and Destroy, so it's within them to do good. Just depends on the others on their team. It's going to need to be a team effort.
I am shook, dude. I don't even know what to say right now. That is one of the craziest bounce backs I've seen in a long time, and I've been commentating Call of Duty for over half a decade. I've been in and around the esports community for about 5+ years now, and that was insane. I truthfully am speechless. 100-point ass whooping in the Domination, 100-point ass whipping on the opposite side in the Hardpoint, and now we know what that means. Gunrunner S&D, which, to be honest,
this is the selling of the score.
It is a map that it doesn't necessarily play very similarly to Arklov Peak, but it has a lot of the same nuances. We'll see a lot of big first bloods coming out from someone who's either rocking a sniper or the AR holding those long-range sight lines. And honestly, if we see the Band of Misfits squad band together and play these first picks in their advantage like we saw on Arklov Peak, this is going to go down in a blaze of glory for the side of Band of Misfits here as Nemesis backpedaling and then some.
Yeah, I mean, it is also a map that is starting right now. Again, no breaks. Too many breaks today, and we are just going to be skipping on through them in favor of not losing the hype train that we are on right now. First kill, however, goes to Nemesis Gaming. This is exactly what they needed, but Diggs has gotten himself a little bit of a sneaky spot here. Diggs going to be coming up through, Oblivion going to be coming up through the Force in the meantime, keeping Goop in a little bit of a rough spot. He's going to not even take down one before he goes down, but he has allowed C-Pills to get up onto the plant site. Now, as long as he gets some good support on the other end of the map, he'll be looking pretty good. As you can see, they only really need 2 people to cover this, but at the same time, it's very hard to do that. Now they're smoking it out, and this might be a little bit of a rough one for them, assuming Oblivion can't get these kills. So far, he is. Him and Brian are good.
Woo!
1-1!
Oh my god!
Oh, no!
Oh my god, dude! That was so crazy. Oh, Prodigy and Oblivion against the world. They almost made that 2v5 happen, but just too short as Aspect, the benefactor of that final gunfight, and will snag the defuse. Nemesis taking the first round, and honestly, that's got to kind of ease the nerves. If you remember, if you were just joining us as well, the second map S&D started off 5-0. We saw
That's
5 back-to-back rounds from Band of Misfits, and Nemesis could not answer it all. So being able to get that one on the scoreboard, huge start.
Yes, indeed. Aspect, in the meantime, getting really freaking good timing. He's going to come up right behind Nomo and take him down. Good thing for Band of Misfits is that the bomb is down out there. Only 2 players left, Hazardous Evil and Aspect. Aspect, however, on 3 kills in a row, 4 kills in a row, without dying this entire time so far. He's going to be hiding out in the bathroom as Hazardous dies, and so does he, apparently. Band of Misfits letting them know that they're not playing around anymore. They are going to be keeping on the heat.
Great job there playing trades from the side of Band of Misfits as they will finally, I'm sure that on their side, kind of a big sigh of relief there, especially after how the first round went. But definitely solid play from everybody over on Band of Misfits that round, as really and truly we've seen it a bunch of times now. Aspect really kind of paving the way for his squad in terms of the slaying numbers. He is 4-1 already as its Prodigy. I love this angle as C-Pills will take the first blood onto Percival. Now a 5v4. The bomb going to be working towards that B site. So it's kind of precariously located towards the middle map P1 area. Big gunfight as Gerard will snag that one and even the numbers up as Diggs is still stagnant with this bomb.
Yeah, trying to hop in here now with Hazardous Evil. He's still without a kill, and he's one of the ones that they need to go off, but he dies again, 3rd time in a row without fragging. But Goop is trying to pick it up for his team. He's just trying to be the guy for his team to go over the top and do it. He's gonna catch Diggs with the bomb, and he sees it. He sees it, ladies and gentlemen. C-Pill's the only one left, and I do believe he is the sniper. He's going to find an AR, just a fancy, handy-dandy AR laying on the ground, and he's going to see Gerard around the corner. Gerard hiding ever so precariously behind that wall, but now they see him. But he's using the rock ever so good to just screen them off! That's just masterful angling. He is the king of the angles. He's like an Instagram model. He's the king of the angles. Sliding the corner, but not able to turn in time. Nemesis still taking it. Oh, God. This is going to be a close one.
Dude, I'm about to have a freaking aneurysm. Oh, my God, dude. That was crazy. C-Pills, did you see the trigger discipline? He saw him there towards P1, waited patiently until he could get behind the head glitch, snagged 2 huge kills, but unfortunately, Goop going to be too strong towards the end and trade that one off, as now we've seen nothing but defensive wins here, as Nemesis going to be back on the offensive, see if they can snag the offense and put themselves at a 2-round advantage.
Yeah, like I said, Aspect had to go off, and he very well is. Goop, a little bit of a player out of left field, usually a mid-of-the-pack player, doing really, really good for his team, and Nomo somehow just I don't want to say snaking, but sneaking up on Aspect, somehow killing him. He's going to creep that door open, looking for Goop in the middle, looking for that guy mid-map who is always there. Messing up the nade throw, though, and Goop still chilling there. Just great moves from Goop. He's going to get what they know for a fact that he is there, and he's going to get dragged out. It is all on Hazardous Evil again. First kill of the game, second, third kill of the game.
Oh my goodness. Gerard, though, helping him out. Is now Oblivion versus Gerard. In a 1v1, the bomb has been planted, and he will use it to his advantage. Is now Nemesis doing exactly what I said they needed to do and steal an offense here. Now, Band of Misfits on the back foot. And honestly, this is not how I thought this was going to go at all.
Yeah, me neither. In all honesty, this game has just been completely full of surprises. I'm going to be straight up honest. First, we had that little lag issue, which made things close, and we're like, oh, this is going to be a close series. And then Band of Misfits just band together, smack them in. It's just been both teams just unloading on each other. Basically, the only equivalency of this is basically a boxing match where nobody's putting their guard up. It's just both teams just taking money shots to the face every time.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm totally with you. As Band of Misfits here going to be back on the offensive. Big first blood from Prodigy onto Gerard is now putting the numbers advantage in BOM's favor. Is now Big Toe going to be a big player to watch here, no pun intended. He does have one player from Nemesis, I believe that is Hazardous Evil potentially, who is trying to play the sneaky beaver role. No, it's actually Aspect.
He's the only one left. He's the only
he doesn't
one
see
left.
the bomb.
He sees the bomb too late. Sees it too late. And he's going to be putting some shots on him, but they're just playing with him at this point. 3 alive, and he is trapped in a corner, dude. There's no chance he's going to be able to do it from that angle, and he realizes this. Going for a little bit of a switching of angles on them, and he's going to try and pull one over on the 3 Band of Misfits survivors.
I mean, I guess if there is a player from Nemesis that you'd want alive in a 1v3 right now, it's probably Aspect. I mean, he's been feasting, but just running out of time now. Only 15 seconds was left before that bomb exploded, before he was able to make it over towards the B site. As another solid round, another solid offense win. Band of Misfits' first offensive win here, as, my God. I mean, so now the key is going to be, can Band of Misfits steal a second round in their favor? Can they steal another defense here? Because them winning that offense was actually really big. It kind of puts them, even though they are still down a round, we've seen a lot of defensively favored plays on this map so far throughout the first 5 rounds. So if they can even it up at least at 1 offense apiece, maybe steal another offense for them. Oh my God, he just peeled him. Prodigy, what are you doing?
Bro. That is incredible distance to kill somebody at. And now they're all up and around him. Aspect panic knifing! And he is gonna go down for it. What the heck are you thinking, trying to melee him like that? And now Percival with the bomb. He's thinking about going A. Raw Dog, Gerard, and Percival shook. Percival with only 1 kill, trying to make it towards A so that they don't even things up. Historically, Band of Misfits, they can take 2 rounds in a row. In fact, they can take 5 rounds in a row. They can take as many rounds as they want in a row. But it's gonna really come down to Nemesis. Their fate is in their hands. They have the lead. It's theirs to lose. They're gonna smoke it out and try and make a play for it. They're actually going for control over back sight because they know the numbers are against them. Running out of time, though.
I kind of like that play, but I feel like it came too late. If you're gonna do that and try and push towards the back half of the map, I like that play. It
Oh, they
switches
took him
things
off the
up, but you
plan.
can't do it with 20 seconds left. Is no Big Toe going to snag that kill onto the bomb before it could be planted? Band of Misfits again clawing their way back into it and evening it up. Like I said, I think I like that play over towards the A side, but you can't wait until 25 seconds left to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I also like the fact that they tried to get their backs to the edge of the map so that no one could flank them. And that's just a really smart idea if you're trying to take the A side, is to get control over that side, but they just couldn't maintain it. They really, as soon as the nade came out, and oh, what has happened here?
Oh my god, please don't tell me it's gonna drop, dude. I'm gonna cry.
I would cry too.
Oh my god, please don't drop in the middle of what is easily the best game of COD I've watched in a long time.
I think it is, dude.
Oh my god.
I'm getting no reception from the server. Literally 3-3 tie at the halfway point. Are we really gonna be getting messed with like this?
Oh my god, dude, that is
Okay,
such a
apparently it
vibe
dropped
kill.
for everybody, and we're not missing a thing.
Oh, that's such a vibe kill. So wait, who was on offense? Nemesis was on offense, correct? No.
I don't quite remember, but we can see
Band
it
of
in the
Misfits
stream
was
because
on
it's about a
offense.
minute behind.
Band of Misfits was on offense. Yeah, because it was Nemesis that tried to push their way into A. But so Band of Misfits going to be back on the offensive, and it's all tied up at 3 a pop. Dude, I am freaking speechless. I don't even know what to say.
Dude, this game is playing with my heartstrings right now. This is one of the best games I have seen in a while, just like
long
you.
time.
Like, I've casted about, like, at least 15 matches this week, and this is definitely the only one that I have thoroughly enjoyed this much.
Holy cow, dude. Yeah, this is unreal. I mean, we're seeing, and honestly, before now, I'll be real honest, I've never heard of either of these teams until now, but they're really putting on some top tier plays. I mean, we're seeing some really solid play out of both squads here. I mean, Band of Misfits going back and smacking them in map number 4. If you guys are just joining us, hello, I am Shifty here, joined by Comica, Kyle, the man, the myth, the legend. As right now, we just experienced the biggest vibe kill I've ever seen. As it is all tied up at 3-3 in map 5.
Reset my game. That's how bad the server lagged out.
Oh, dude, it has been an absolute hell of a series. I really feel bad for anyone who has missed out on it. Thank you, Candy MLG. Thanks for joining the chat, man. Thank you, Brandon. VG Hyper, thanks for being active in the chat and hanging out with us as well. This has been absolutely nuts. Is again, map number 1 going in favor of Nemesis by 30-point margin, 250 to 220. Band of Misfits coming back swinging in map number 2 at 6-2, an S&D win. Then the Domination going in favor of Nemesis by 107 points, an absolute ass whipping. Band of Misfits coming back in map number 4, winning by 130 points. And then now we're all knotted up at 3 a pop in map number 5. You couldn't paint a better picture if you wanted to. As I
if
believe,
you tried, you'd probably go
Should
into
we-
the Uncanny Valley territory. But
should we throw it to a quick break while we're getting this reset up, or
I
are
mean,
we
it's
almost ready?
possible. I think we're almost ready. I'm just resetting
Okay,
my
good.
game because that host drop hit me hard, dude. I literally had to reset my entire game. So everybody could just be waiting on us for all I know, but yeah, it could be like a few seconds, it could be about a minute or two, but regardless, I don't think we need to send it to a break. I think
Good
we
deal.
need to keep up the good vibes and keep this on going, in my personal opinion.
Oh my god, dude. I'm not gonna have a voice. I'm not gonna have a voice after this. Yo, what's up, Kane? Thank you again for joining and chilling with us. I've heard that Rated has been absolutely feasting in the K7 League, so thanks for coming by and chilling with us, man. You've if you haven't been watching, you've been missing a hell of a series. Holy cow. Like I said, I'm losing my voice, man.
Yeah, dude, I probably would be too. I don't know why I'm not, but I think it's just the fact I'm drinking lots and lots of water right now. I've literally drank like 3 Powerades during the course of this match just to make sure my throat didn't dry out, and so far it's been successful. And somehow I haven't had to go to the bathroom yet.
Yeah, goodness gracious. I'm gonna sound like a 35-year-old smoking veteran after this, because goodness gracious. But that's always a good sign. That's always a good sign. I mean, when the game is so good that it gets me that hype that I literally feel like I'm gonna have a freaking aneurysm, these are the best matches to cast. Because honestly, and I'll be real with you. After we saw the way map 3 went, I thought Nemesis was going to run away with it. I mean, I know we had talked about before map number 4, if Band of Misfits was able to steal that Hardpoint, then potentially see them run away with it in map number 5. But I really didn't think that was going to happen. I kind of thought we were gripping at straws there. But, I mean, they came out with the fire. Maybe St. Petrograd is just their map. I mean, maybe that is just a phenomenal map for them because they played it extremely well. And now we've seen Nemesis snag 2 defenses and an offense. We've seen Band of Misfits do the exact same, as Band of Misfits is going to be on the offense when we get back, as that honestly might be advantageous to them, all knotted up at 3 a pop. Nemesis going to have to come with the fire. So once we get the game started back up, for you people that maybe have to use your fingers and toes to count, both teams will be playing the 3. So we basically lagged out directly halfway in between the game, which, I mean, to be fair.
And I think that we're all having some issues connecting to, because I don't know if it's just me, but I'm having some issues connecting to COD, the internet,
I did
COD
get
Online.
a message on
But I think
Discord.
they might be too, to be honest. But yeah, we'll figure it all out, and I think we're actually going to have to go to a little bit of a break while we figure everything out. I might even have to reset my system here, dude. But yeah, regardless, we'll be right back in about 3 minutes. It won't be that long, guys. Just stay tuned. It's worth it, trust me.
Fill me out with your smile. Now the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame. I will let you in this game. Take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 like an ocean in my head. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, know I'll find you in my dreams. I can almost feel you.
Welcome back, everybody. Oh my goodness. After a wait that felt forever long, again, all knotted up at 3 apiece in one of the craziest games of COD I've ever seen. Goop sliding right into the DMs in
Literally
front
getting
green.
to an
and
intro
picking up
without
a
something
kill.
happening.
Second, yeah, already 2 big kills for them. Numbers advantage going in favor of Nemesis Gaming as C-Pills trying to take this bomb towards B. He does have 2 members of the Nemesis squad basically looking directly in his direction, though.
Yeah. I think he's gonna see him clipping through the door, though, I think. Yeah, he's gonna be he's gonna see him too late, though! And he is now not actually even Stevens, as now Oblivion takes down another 2 aspects. Again, the only one left. Why always him? Every single time that there is a 1 versus anything, it's always him, the last one alive. He beats Oblivion, he beats C-Pills, and now it's all on Prodigy trying to get in position. Prodigy gotta play time, and he does just realize the intensity of the situation, but he was literally looking the right way for a second there, and as soon as he second-guessed himself, bang, Prodigy taking it away from his now 4-3 on aggregate for Band of Misfits.
Again, now if you're just joining us, the host dropped at 3-3 here in map number 5, so both squads playing to 3 here as Band of Misfits now taking a round lead, now 4-3 in favor of BOM. As right now, Aspect going to make a very cheeky push again towards that window area. See if he can see anyone towards middle. We'll hear the nade come in from Diggs.
Oh my god.
Really check the corner. He saw
gotta
it, but
be
I don't
kidding
think he
me!
pushes it. Oh my god, he didn't see it. You've got to be kidding. 2 huge kills from Diggs as now the numbers go in favor of Band of Misfits. The bomb will be planted at B. Percival and Gerard left alive versus Diggs, Prodigy, and Nomo Big Toe.
Oh,
As
Percival
honestly,
down.
at least Gerard is in a decent position here to try and watch the bomb, as he will drop Prodigy, now a 1v2.
And now he's gone, bro. And now they can get all of their, what's it called? Sorry. They can get their trophy systems and their Deddy back. They're just going to be throwing down some extra stuff just for formality's sake, and they are going to basically be looking to shut them out after the break. Really, really benefiting Band of Misfits, apparently, as they are literally 1 off of moving to the next round. Probably the hardest opponent that they could have gotten seeding-wise. This is the hardest match that they could have gotten. These guys are the number 2 seed, number 1 seed rated. They are not playing in this. So, this is literally the hardest match seed-wise they could have gotten. You might be able to argue that Sapphire and sorry, Natural Talent are just as good, but we haven't seen them very much, so it's hard to say that for certain. Hazardous Evil.
C-Pills. Yeah, big first blood, though.
Oh my god, they're falling apart! They're falling apart!
Oh my god, dude, that is the most anticlimactic finish to a game I've ever seen. Band of Misfits coming out slapping the last 3 rounds. I don't know what happened during that break, but they got their stuff together as they come out and win back-to-back-to-back rounds to close off not only map number 5, but also the series. I guess, yeah, well, I mean, you know, it was best of 5.
They're waiting on the host to end. It takes a little while, but oh my god. With all the build-up, Nemesis Gaming just gonna take a little bit of a backseat like that, or I guess that was just the amount of push that Band of Misfits needed to get themselves over the top. They just needed a little bit of a breather for a second, compose themselves, get all their stuff in a bag, like we said earlier, put it all together in a sack, in a bag, whatever you want to put it in, and then they got it all together and they got on through it.
My god, dude. I'm so tired now. I'm so tired now.
Bro, I'm so full
All
of
I've done
energy
is
after
yell,
that.
bro.
I'm hyped.
All I've done is yell. Oh my god. Congratulations to Band of Misfits. Holy hell. That was a wingdinger of a series as they were able to clean that one up. They will move in. Can we show the bracket really quick,
Oh, absolutely.
Kyle?
Absolutely.
Now, again, if you missed our commentating about it earlier, Knights Templar snagging a 3-0 victory against Plague Nation. The player from Knights Templar that we had in the chat afterwards predicted Nemesis was going to run away with it. Band of Misfits stopping that in its tracks, and now we'll be playing Knights Templar, I believe, tomorrow.
Yup. No, actually, the day after tomorrow.
Oh,
because
you're right.
Tomorrow is the bottom
it plays
half.
Saturday, correct? It plays Saturday.
Yep. Both
Right,
both those are played Saturday.
Oh my god.
That's gonna be a sight to see. I'm gonna have to be doing it from the viewing station though, because actually, well, I might have to watch it after the fact because I have prior commitments. But I cannot wait to see Band of Misfits versus Knights Templar. Despite the fact that they were last season's champions, Band of Misfits, they are still... I mean, we've had a serious upping in the amount of competition in this league, but it's good to see that Band of Misfits can still hang in there and pull off some amazing stuff despite when people don't even think they can do it.
Oh yeah, gotta live up to the haters, man. I mean, Band of Misfits really, like I said, I mean, after that map number 4 victory, really didn't turn back. 6-3 victory in map number 5. Hell of a series, hell of a game. Super glad that you could join me on this journey, Kyle. It was insane.
Yeah, that was the most fun game I've casted all week, and I think that is actually the last game of COD I'm going to be casting this week, as far as I know at least. And ending it off on a high note, I guess you could say, that is going to be Band of Misfits narrowly defeating Nemesis Gaming, even though nobody came into this match thinking they could do it, despite the fact that they're last season champions and they'll be fighting Knights Templar. Some have said people who didn't think they could make it, they were dead certain they were going to be fighting Nemesis on Saturday, but Band of Misfits are going to be pulling one over on them and making a little bit of a surprise. They're going to be walking in. I don't know if you've seen that meme with Bane in the cave, but it's supposed to be Batman, but instead it's the guy in the pink suit. It's sort of like, it's sort of like Knights Templar, Bane, and Band of Misfits are walking in their pink suit.
It's amazing. Oh my god.
I think we can.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see the next series that Band of Misfits plays. I'm super, super excited. But on behalf of the K7 League, again, I've been Shifty. Kyle Comica over here has been running the stream and also commentating a very, very tough duality to attain and maintain. And he's been doing a hell of a job. Thanks to everybody from K7. Thanks to the sponsors of K7, Rogue Energy, Fade Grips, and Get Good Hosts. Thank you guys for putting this on. Thanks to the players from Band of Misfits and Nemesis for allowing me to come in and commentate one of the greatest matches of COD that I've seen in a long time. Thanks to everybody in the chat that came and hung out with us. It was a hell of a day of Call of Duty, And don't you forget that the entire bottom half of the bracket will be played tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Actually, I think 30 minutes prior, if I'm not mistaken.
After
Maybe...
the normal time. It's 7 o'clock and 9:30.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, they'll get a notification if they subscribe and hit the bell icon. Fun fact. I would recommend that you guys all do that right now so you don't miss out on it. In case you do forget, it'll send you a push notification to your phone or PC, whatever you're on. Anyways, dudes, I think that is going to be enough for today. It has been quite the ordeal, and we are going to be leaving you guys off there yearning for more. Come back tomorrow. We'll see you guys